That's the struggle of Paul, Apostle Paul. He even met Jesus personally, but he was still struggling about his flesh. He found that out there's not even a good thing in my heart. He found that there was all evil. That's his conclusion. That's why we need to lean on the power of the Holy Spirit. Otherwise, we cannot control our flesh, body. Okay? So 1 Corinthians 1:27, God chose things the world considers foolish in order to shame those who think they are wise. And he chose things that are powerless to shame those who are powerful. See, God's perspective is completely opposite from human perspective. Is it true? You know, I've heard so many times the guys tell me that, hey, you're about to get married. And they say, oh, I don't have anything now. I need to get a stable job. I need to get an apartment or either condo, good cars, and then I will marry. Time never will come. I am sorry to say that. It applies to women too. I'll wait for a good-looking guy appears in front of me. Never happen in our lives. God's perspective is what? He chose unwise, okay, weak people to shame on strong ones, who's always proud of themselves because I have this and that and such. I'm so powerful. In other words, I'm okay in this world. In terms of the standard living, I'm a little bit above because I live on the second floor. That kind of attitude. But we need to know, as you read the Bible, God's thought is totally opposite. That's why we have so many doubts and questions. Why is that? How can I live in this world without anything? Because God, you're a spirit. How can I know that you are with me? Right now, I don't have anything. And show me something. Good example is what? Gideon, right? In the Old Testament. When God called him, you're a mighty soldier. God, no, I'm not. And he tested God, right? With what? Wolves. Lamb wool. Why don't you wet this? Then I will know you are there. Next time, why don't you dry this? He tested many times. And then, finally, he believed God. So, you know, throughout a day or many days, every day when we wake up, we just sigh, another day. I need to go through. I have no power. When I go to the office, there's a person that I don't want to see, but he or she's there. How can I avoid? So that kind of thing, and we always felt that. I don't want to go there. I want to escape. I want to just go away from that working places or even sometimes from family. I want to be alone. I have too much burden. Not only my weakness in my body, but in the situations. So we need to know that what Paul said in this chapter. So what does God do when we feel we are weak, insecure, and we feel hurt, and we feel that I am alone? No one cares for me. So what do I do? Paul answers in this chapter. God gives you power. Hallelujah. What does he mean by that? Verse 9, my power works best in weaknesses. Think about someone who's really sick. He cannot even move his body out of the bed. You know, when I visit my father's nursing home, most of them are on wheelchairs. They cannot move. They need someone's help. They can do anything with themselves. What should we do? What should we do? My power works best in weakness. What does it mean by that? See, a thorn in Paul's body, as I mentioned before, Paul asked God, but God said no. Instead of removing his thorn out of his body, God said, my grace is sufficient, enough for you to work and to live, to bring glory from me. You know, 11 to 27, that's a previous chapter. He's talking about his sufferings. Think about that. I just picked out the phrases here. Many sleepless nights. Without food, not enough clothing. What are these for human beings? Homeless? No, it's a necessity for human beings. We need the clothing to wear and to eat and sleep. If you don't sleep, what's going to happen? No experience? You're going to be crazy. So these things are humans a necessity. He went through without enough food, no clothing, and also what? He couldn't sleep throughout the night. But God's power, God protected him, and God provided things that he needed. So think about God's power in our lives. What is his power? If I say this to you, God's power. But think about his provision and his protection. So when we look back and see what had happened, we start out this church from our house. For 6 months, we had a service in the living room. So many of you know, visited our house, so in the living room, there is a door between dining room and living room. So when we close the door, it's completely sealed. We had a TV and one computer. Right? Do we have a piano? Yeah, piano. So pianist and computer genius came and hooked up the laptop, and we can see the letter, bigger font to the TV. And then pianist. We had a worship there for 6 months. After that, what happened? We moved out to Lutheran church for 3 years. See, at the time I was searching a place because